You can't save everyone. Doesn't matter how long you've known them for. You could grow up with them, pay for them, take care of them, protect them, make sure they're safe, give them an ear when they need someone to talk to. But there's one thing you have to remember. You can't save everyone. Now, why am I making a video like this today? I'm in my mid-30s, guys. You've probably heard me say this throughout the last couple videos, but I'm going to keep repeating it because never know who might be new tuning into this channel. But in any case, in my mid-30s, I'm 34. And I learned this pretty young. Maybe this generation might be taking them a little bit longer to figure out, or maybe not. Maybe not, I could be wrong, but you can't save everyone. Now, I'm the type of friend, person, you could say maybe work colleague, human, not trying to overly praise myself, but just giving you guys a little bit more insight into my personality. If you are my friend, like someone maybe, and friend, it can vary, right? I would say if I've known you more than 5 years at this point in my life, and we're still in touch and everything, like, I will go out of my way for you. I will make sure you are okay. I will help you where I can help you. I will listen to your problems. I'll be there for you. I'll support you, right? And throughout my journey of life, in my teens and my 20s, not kind of in my 30s, but not really. Because you have more friends as you're younger and growing up, going through life. Then you kind of, then you kind of phase out through high school, right? But in any case, sometimes, guys, those childhood friends that you made when you were younger, you might know their family, you might know their extended relatives, right? People change. And this might be something maybe with my generation, because a lot of us kind of grew up, regardless of where you lived, I would argue in the country, at least in the United States, people kept in touch with their friends from elementary school or middle school or high school or college or whatever. Like, for example, I'm still in touch with one of my best friends, literally been friends with him since the second grade. Literally met him riding up his driveway and we instantly became friends. We still talk to this day. We just talked the other day. And there are other people I've met and known that I would argue I've heard their problems and given them solutions and been there for them and comforted them. And it's almost like you kind of disappear and the only thing that's left are your memories of them. And sometimes I wonder, I'm like, do people ever think about the things I've done for them? Like, is it ever like, oh yeah, Adam did that for me a few years ago, or Adam like this or that, And I'm not saying I'm looking for that, right? And maybe I'm veering off a little bit, but one thing you have to know, being in your mid-30s, whether you're single, married, have children, don't have children, or whether you're establishing your career or you're not, if people aren't rocking with you at this stage of your life, and I'm not saying you have to like cut them off or like, nah, F them, we don't need that. I'm not going to feed you that type of advice. But if people aren't in your corner at this age, you could argue this at any age, but at this age, especially, if you don't have people that are in your corner rooting for you, hearing for you, being respectful to you, understanding you, willing to listen to you, and uplifting you, they're not doing any of those things. Honestly, it's just dead weight, guys. And I know it sounds really messed up, but I've met people throughout my life that I've known for years, maybe even decades. And sometimes it's not malicious. Sometimes you just go in different paths. Sometimes you just have different trajectories and different focuses and priorities in your life. But you guys know what dead weight is. The person that always puts down your ideas, or the person that doesn't want to come up with something new or innovate or challenge themselves or pursue new things. And guys, let me tell you something. As a husband with children, I would argue, and I don't mean this in like a cuck, like slave kind of way, but I got a lot more, I don't want to say freedom, but I got a lot more flexibility than a lot of other married guys. And it's not to say like, oh, I'm like this, or my wife's like, not like that. It's that I'm still able to get a lot of things done. Not as much as I'd like to, because my children are still pretty small, but I'm still able to get a lot of things done because I have an understanding spouse who knows her roles and responsibilities. But also, I would say I've curated my friend circle up to this point to where I only have people that either support me what I'm trying to do, check on me, give me constructive, positive advice, or people that, just want to keep in touch with me, which is a very small group of brothers. Maybe I have, I don't know, maybe like 10 people I still keep in touch with. And I deleted all my social media too: Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. I haven't had Snapchat since 2020. I'm surprised people still use that. But I haven't had Instagram. Has it been like a year? Facebook too. Has it been like a year? I'm not sure, but at least 7 months, 8 months. And I'm not a hard guy to find. I'm not a hard guy to get in touch with. I've had the same phone number since I was like 13. So, and the right people have found me. For example, I just got in touch with one of my old college roommates. His number changed, but he just sent me a picture from the old days, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. And we had like a whole 30-minute conversation, and now we're in touch. So I'm not a hard guy to find, okay? I'm not a hard guy to find. But in any case, you got to know at this age when to cut the dead weight and when to curate your friend circle and your influences around you. Because at this stage, at this age in the game, especially me, I ain't got no time to waste. I got, I got to get it. I got to get going. I got to get after it. I feel like I'm extremely late. Now, I've tried a lot of things throughout the years, but including YouTube. This is maybe, I had a podcast with a friend. If you know, you know. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. We just decided to kind of like put it in the back burner because there was heavy censorship at that time. So you really couldn't talk about certain things, and like we felt like we were just getting shadow banned into oblivion. Or you could just make the argument, oh, your videos just suck, bro. It wasn't a shadow ban, whatever. But in any case, I had another channel that I wasn't really sure how the trajectory was going to go. I did have maybe like 30, 40 videos, like few long form, more shorts, but I deleted it too. I'm just like, let me just get rid of this too. So now I'm starting fresh, right? But in any case, I'm trying to get to the bag, man. I'm trying to like do big things, and some things I'll mention maybe on this channel, some things I won't. The people around me know what I'm trying to do, right? But you got to choose wisely who you keep around you. You got to choose wisely who you communicate, what you feed yourself. And the topic I was mentioning in the beginning, you can't save everyone. That loyalty you had as a 13-year-old or 15-year-old to that person, or that maybe that relationship or whatever, if you're in your 30s and those people aren't helping you or uplifting you or benefiting you or checking on you or not putting you down with certain things, it's dead weight. Not a real friend. And I've learned this early on in my 20s as well. And maybe like maybe not really teens, but I would say my early 20s. You learn who's really for you and who really just wants to have you as space to just fill and pass the time. And it's up to you to figure out who those type of people are, maybe have a real conversation, or just lock in on your goals and your purpose and what you're trying to do, and they'll kind of just fade off into the wind. So you can't save everyone. You can't save everyone. But you can save yourself. But in any case, now keep your circle tight, keep your circle positive, especially if you're my age, 34. Like, I'm over high school, I'm over, oh, you had a good high school, whatever. I'm over all that, right? Good memories, good people, but that person who I was close with or who I knew at 21, 22 isn't the same person at 34 or 35 or 36. And I've had to make that call with several people in my life. And if you're kind of weighing the fence on it and you're not sure, chances are you probably have friends like that too, and you should probably let them go if you have bigger goals and bigger aspirations. But if you kind of want to just keep company just to keep company, fill time just to fill time, fill space just to fill space, whatever, at least I'm not alone, then hey, that's on you. But in any case, you can't save everyone, and you're responsible for your own success and your own choices. After the decree of God, of course, God writes what will happen to us, but you also have the will and power to control the decisions you make when it comes to your life. But also, it's not too late. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to build new friends, new networks, new goals, new aspirations. So that is the video of today. Just want to get my thoughts out there. Let me know what you guys think. Have you had situations where you've had to do similar? Have you had people you had to leave behind? Let me know in the comments below. Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. You guys have been showing a lot of love to my videos. Appreciate the likes and the comments and the new subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. This thing, man.